we talked about the Gambling Commission side of things. What are things that you're looking for that give obvious signs of a cockfighting ring or animal fighting ring?
So it's a lot of things. I mean, it can definitely be something as basic as, having a ton of birds on a property all tethered to blue barrels. But it can also be more complex about having, constant weekend parties or, a lot of animals coming in and out. So anytime someone may feel that something is going on, I always say just file the complaint. Let us know, whether it's through the Task Force, Gambling Commission, local law enforcement, animal control, anything like that. It's our job to figure out whether or not it's legit, but we need to know about it first.
And what happens to these animals in these rings?
A lot. These animals go through intense conditioning prior to a fight, whether it is dogs, birds, both of them, non-stop conditioning, especially leading up to a fight. And then typically the night of the fight, these animals don't quit. They will keep going and keep going until their bodies give out, and they have no choice but to quit.
And I asked him about the procedure about it, but the bloodlines and things like that. What have you noticed with kind of the power or the stakes on the line for the people behind this?
Well, the bloodlines are always very important, and it also depends on the type of person who is fighting them. It's kind of like with any other sport organization. Everyone has their own style, their own technique, their own bloodline that they prefer, but different bloodlines do go for different prices. But it's also about how many fights have been won, where that bloodline started. So there's a lot that goes into it.
And we kind of talked about some of the stereotypes that people might think of who are behind these rings, but what have you noticed about the people who are operating these things?
It can be anybody. There is no one group, one type. There's nothing. It can be anybody, and I have seen anybody involved in these fights.
What do you mean?
Just anybody, all walks of life, places that they live, where they're from, who they hang out with, who they don't hang out with. Anybody can be involved in animal fighting.